Hey, I'm out here. I got this in the mail. This thing took like 12 hours to get here, which is a really cool thing about living in the Seattle area. Amazon comes real quick. Said it was going to be here in like 2 or 3 days. Ordered it last night, and it got here this afternoon. So yeah, about less than 12 hours to get this baby in the mail. But here's the size of the box. Haven't opened it up or anything, but I'm going to open it up right now and see the quality of this bad boy. This is, it says it's from Rupumpack Sports in Las Vegas, Nevada. Wasn't aware of that. So this should be pretty cool. I looked at a lot of packs to choose this. Looked at a lot of cheaper items that were like off Amazon, unbranded ones, off eBay and things like that, and didn't really know what to get. But after considering a lot of options, this is the one that I went with. It seemed like it had all the features that I wanted and was in a pretty good price range. So like many other things on Amazon, it comes in plastic. Hooray! Cool. So here's that bad boy right there. That's about the size of the pack. Well in the package still. Get an idea there. Pretty cool. Let's open it up. Oh, this is actually a zipper pack, which is pretty cool. I definitely don't see that real often at all. So this is pretty nice. I'm happy with the size. I didn't want this to be too big, and a lot of people complain that this is too small, but I'm actually looking for a minimalist style pack, and so this is really cool for me. All the packs that I looked at had different sizing. Like some are 18 inches tall, some are 20 inches tall. I'm not sure how much this one is. I'll leave a link to the product that I picked. But this cost me $32, $34 with tax, I think. And all the things that I looked at when I was considering this was, I really wanted the compression straps. This has that top compression strap that I find really cool, because when I'm not using the pack a lot, I want to be able to cinch it down and make it look really small and incognito so I can take it on carry-on. And so this is it flipped up a little bit. I mean, you can see about the diameter and width, something like that. Not perfect, but give you a little idea of the width there. But yeah, this has the compression straps, lower, upper, and top compression strap, which I think is really cool to have all of that. And it's got the bottom compression straps, which are compression straps, but also for clipping on gear, and I think that's really good to have, just in case you do happen to have an extra coat or an extra mat or sleeping bag or whatever you want to throw on there. But another thing I looked at was the backing on this. A lot of the cheaper ones that I looked at had real thin, like cotton, like, I don't know, maybe polyester or whatever on the back here, but this has kind of that mesh, like the mesh that you normally would see on sleeved product, or on, on the straps of backpacks like this. Like this has that on the straps, and it also has that on the back, and it feels really cushy, feels really padded. Some of the other ones I looked at looked really thin, like you'd get a lot of sweat on them. This one doesn't look like that, so that was made me pretty happy. This also has a little bit nicer hip belt than some of the other ones I looked at. They have the hip belt that's just like this. This one has a little bit of a zippered section here, which I think is, you know, just one extra little place that you can put stuff. So that's kind of cool. And the zippers look really nice. They kind of look like they close up. You can't really see the zipper when the zippers close, which means it's probably pretty good and waterproof. And this is supposed to have some type of waterproof fabric on it, so I'm pretty happy with the material of this. It It's kind of that rough nylon-y stuff that is kind of common for school backpacks and things like that. But let's see, what else did I look at? The zippers is another thing that I did look at, compared to some of the cheaper products that had the dangly little clasps that make a lot of noise when you walk. This one still makes some noise, but it's got these string pulls that I think are a lot more secure. I have had some cheaper Chinese products, and over time and through a little bit of rain and stuff, that cheap metal will actually break, deteriorate, and snap off, and then you don't have a zipper anymore. So having the little poles is nice, even though they are actually zippers too. And this says SBS zippers on this, which I'm not familiar with, but they do look like really good quality zippers, that's for sure. But yeah, pretty happy with this. The pockets on this are also really nice, I think. This has several pockets, which was another thing that had me buy it. You can see from the side, you have one zipper here that goes right up on the back that can be used for a bladder, and I was thinking it could be also used for maybe a computer, maybe a tablet, something like that, if you weren't using a bladder. The zipper is sticking a little bit right now. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, so the zipper was sticking on this piece of Velcro, which I think is for securing a water bladder or something like that. So, no worries. But it's insulated on the inside. It's supposed to keep water cold for several hours. I don't remember what it said on the specs, but this feels really strong. The stitching feels really good on all this. The zippers look really good. There's a little hole right there in the top to have your valve come out of, your drinking pipe or whatever. But like I said, you could probably use this for a laptop or a tablet, or even putting something like an internal frame on this. I think this area would work really well because this is a soft backpack, so if you are looking to do long-term trekking or something with this, I think putting something firm in here to get a little bit of a frame would maybe be beneficial to some people. So that's an idea. And zipping this closed, it's also getting stuck on that Velcro, which is a pain in the butt, so I'm probably going to cut that Velcro off because I will not be using that. Okay, let's see what else we got here. So, after that, you got the main zipper that goes all the way to the bottom, which was another thing for me that I really wanted to have, because I like the freedom of being able to see everything in my pack. That's one thing I don't like about top loaders, is after a while you're trying to get to things in the bottom of your pack and it gets a little bit frustrating sometimes, and you know, it's just not that nice having top loaders sometimes. You know, it's convenient, it's very waterproof, but I mean, look at that. You can have all your clothes or whatever in the pack like this. It's got a little strap right there, which is nice for securing. It's got a pretty good quality feeling meshy pouch here. No Velcro or anything to hold it down, but you know, it does have that, and the hole comes through right here for the water bladder as well, so you could maybe put something in there if you needed to. Inside, stitching looks really nice on all this moly. You can see the stitching on the opposite side of it, and it looks like really good stitching right here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it looks like strong stitching, like they put in a little bit of effort to make sure that stuff's going to stay on there. The zippers look good. Yeah, 2 layers of stitching on the zippers here, but the nylon feels like high quality, which is another thing that sold it for me. I was looking at a pack that was going to be a little bit lighter. Some of the cheaper Amazon, eBay ones, they had as light as like 0.95 kilograms, so that's about 2 pounds or less, and I was really thinking about getting one of those, but then I decided that I'd rather have my backpack last a little bit longer, because I started reading the reviews and a lot of people said that the zippers were falling apart, pockets were falling off or whatever, but this, I mean, this looks real strong. So here's the second pocket from the third pocket, I guess. You got the laptop sleeve, water bladder one, the main, all the way to the bottom one, and then this one is like a half, 3/4 zip to right here, and that's got the stupid cheesy pockets for pens and calculators that, you know, you'll figure out what to use it for. And it goes down to the bottom, but it just zips about 60% of the way down. But the quality of that feels really good too, feels really sturdy, zipper feels really strong, lining feels really good, feels really waterproof, happy with that. Zips up tight. Alright, on to the small one. From what I understood, this is designed to be a sunglass pocket, this small one that's on the top right here. It's just, you know, about as big as maybe like a Foster's beer can, something like that. You could definitely fit that in there, but I think this is meant to be for sunglasses, but obviously it's just a small little pocket. So not too many uses for that, you know, depending on who you are. You got that small pocket, that's nice. And then down here, you got this nice side pocket here that I think is pretty good, and it also has the cheesy pin pouch thing in there that I think is pretty fun. You know, you can put a Sharpie, a pencil, a pen, and then a nice beefy knife right there. But yeah, it's got about, you know, a little over a hand's width, maybe 5 inches wide. Goes down to the bottom. It's pretty good. So then you got the two on the side, these two pockets on the side that are pretty small. This should fit every smartphone. It's got some width to it, and it's got some depth, so I think you should be able to fit any smartphone in that pocket, no problem. But this also has little reflective things here, which I don't really care about, but it shows that they did put in the detail, and that is something that you can respect about the product, is people really, you know, take their time to improve this, because some of the cheaper Chinese ones, you definitely can see that they took a little bit of shortcuts in some stuff. Another thing that I did notice on those Amazon and eBay ones that are really cheap, like in the $18, $20 range, they don't even sew these straps on, which for some people maybe wouldn't be an issue, maybe it's not a big deal, but they had like this load lifter strap holding on this strap, and I thought that was really strange and didn't know how comfortable that would be, so I really wanted one that was stitched on there all the way, so that you'd have comfort on the back side of your shoulder as well as on top of your shoulder, because I was imagining if it wasn't attached, there might be a little bit of gap in comfort right here on the back where maybe you'd be, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't be as comfortable. But this does feel really nice. I'm pretty happy with this product. It does weigh a little bit more than I wanted it to, because I am trying to do minimalist backpacking, and this weighs I think 2.7 pounds about, something like that. Hey, so I got cut off there for a minute, and it's actually the next day. But I filled this baby up just to see kind of what the size would look like when it was completely full, and how it felt. And here's kind of what you're looking at with how much it sticks out in the dimensions and what it looks like on your back, just to give you an idea. So it looks pretty much like a normal backpack. It doesn't look too obtrusive. And I played around with these straps a little bit, and there's a lot of extra strap on this, I noticed, for sure. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, I would think. But you can tuck it kind of behind this little zipper pocket, so that's not terribly bad. So you got that. You got the chest strap here, which is good, you know, really allows you to, you know, keep control, you know, when you're hiking or something like that, or moving around in the woods. And you know, it's up kind of high. It's a, you know, a 1950s waist, like belly button, so it's like right here. It's not like a lot of the backpacks that are a little bit lower, I've noticed, and this one's a little bit higher, which I think will be nice and interesting to check out. But this is it fully expanded, just to get an idea of kind of what that looks like. This doesn't have any of the straps on right now, so I want to put these compression straps on and see how much smaller it gets from this point. So let's see what that does. So I'm going to do the strap over the top here, and the side straps. So it's got two straps on each side that I'm going to loosely clip right now, and then cinch them up in a second here, and see how much this compresses and how much more control you get, because I think by having these you really do get a lot more control, and also the illusion of carrying a lot less stuff, which is something that's really cool for me when I'm trying to sneak a carry-on bag that's full of a lot of weight. So by cinching these down, you can see that it sucks it in a little bit there. And lastly, the top piece here. Okay, put that on again. I think you could do these a little bit tighter if you wanted to, but this is just, you know, a comfortable tightness, I'd say, and kind of what it looks like. So you can kind of see it does look a little bit smaller, you know, not a ton, but it does suck in a couple inches depending on what you have inside. Obviously, if you got solid gear, it's not going to suck in much, but clothes are going to cinch down pretty well. And that really conforms to the body, I feel like, really easily. It doesn't shake around too much, except for a lot of these straps that, you know, you could figure out a way to tuck these in. I feel like you can tuck them in different spots. You know, this strap you can tuck under here and it won't hang down, and you know, some of these you can tuck under here or whatever, and so you can get it a little bit more comfortable and less shaking around. There you go. Nice little duck dance for you guys there. But just to show kind of what this pack looks like on you, this I believe is 34 liters, maybe 35 liters. I'm not actually positive. I can't remember. They do make so many different sizes. I was looking at the 30 for a long time, and I'm glad I got the 35 because it doesn't really look so big. You know, it looks good. And it's got a little whistle here, just a little touch. But yeah, so that's the review that I got for the Rupumpack Tactical Backpack right here. There's the tag, and this is going to run you less than 35 bucks probably, and it's got everything that a tactical backpack should have for a real good value. So yeah, check that baby out. Thanks for watching.